Hello and welcome to a new episode on the Just Create server where we are gonna hopefully finish up the core of the dungeon. So with the core I'm expecting to do this part and then the boss fight and then I don't know, we'll see if we can get all the other stuff in here like the entrance and the exits and stuff. But before we do any of this I need a lot of shulker boxes. And I've got plenty, but not enough. Also, at this point, there's no real way for people to buy shulkers, so I think it might just be useful to build a farm. Well, we can build it like right in here if we wanted to. And yeah, we'll build a farm and we'll sell shulker shells. Now, I've got all the materials. I need to drill out a hole that's at least 17 by 17. Preferably bigger than that. So I'm gonna utilize Stam's little bit of his mining area, and we're gonna just expand it a bit and then see what we can get out of it. Alright, we have a little hole. Well, compared to the actual hole, it's not that big, but we have space enough for a shulker farm, and the walls will be far enough so the shulkers cannot teleport to them. I found a design on a channel called the Archivists. It's a design by Ballight, I think that's how you say it, but it's been modified by EndingCredits, but both of their names will be in the description below, as well as a link to the tutorial that I found. Now, let me get this thing in here so that we can go over to the end and grab a shulker. Alright, the farm is technically done, but I've made a mistake. This chamber over here should be pointing south. Now, I am right now pointing north, which is a problem, because otherwise this farm won't work. So what I could do, technically, but I don't know if the scaffolding will hold or not, is turn this all into a contraption. Now I think I've got everything. So now it's the moment of truth where all of us are going to pray that we've got. I don't think I've got the top of it. We're gonna go 180 degrees. No! All the scaffolding just went. Also, all these guys just went. Okay. Let me check whatever is I need to fix and let me get the snowman back in place. And I'll see you all when I'm done. So I haven't rebuilt the actual farm yet, because I saw some comments that if you put it underground, the rates go down. The actual designer hasn't confirmed this, but that and the combination that moving a shulker all the way over here is going to be harder than I thought it was. I'm going to be building it above ground, and I've already figured out a spot. Alright, this is going to be the spot. I do need some, like, space first, so I'm going to flatten this out a little bit more. But to give you an idea of where we are, we're right behind this bend in this, like, little mountain. And so, I've spoken with Chosen, and if I can get a train track up there from here, I can. Otherwise, we'll have to figure out something else. But yeah, it's going to be farm, and people are going to see some factories while they ride the train. I've flattened down this area, and now I need to set up a little bit of a floor, because I'm going to raise it up a little bit so that we can see it better, and I feel like... Needs to be at least 17 by 17 for the farm. So that's 3. Let me see. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have our platform done. And I'm just gonna start building. I'll probably do another time lapse. You've seen me build this once, and I've already taken it down once. So let's do this the correct way. I think if that's north, that's south. So we should be building in that direction. And yeah. That'll be great. Alright, the farm's in place. I think I've got everything correct. And now the only thing that we need to do is move the shulker that we brought on stream. I did a live stream. We have a guy in here. Let me see if I can break him open. Right there. And we need to move him all the way back over there. So I guess we start bridging so I can get some rails in place. Because that's going to be the easiest way to do it, I guess. All right, that's it. It's dead. That's annoying, but I guess we go back to the end. The farm is done. It's actually working, which is great. It took me a while to get the shulker in place. And yeah, I think I had to get 2 more for it to actually work. Eventually it worked by inserting the shulker right below that stair over there, the upside down stair. And that put it in the right spot. Otherwise it would just kind of go up to the top and then get stuck over there. But I've got the pillars up and I've got the platform, because that's the range in which a shulker will teleport to one of these poles, basically. And these are just for testing purposes. It hasn't really, like, I haven't seen any of them like teleport to this, so I assume this is far away. Because, I mean, we do want to encase this, since Chosen's going to be over there a bunch. As you can see, he's building right now. And people don't want to be looking at an ugly bunch of scaffolding. So I'm gonna go and grab some stuff, and I'm winging this, so I don't know what it's gonna look like. I have an idea in mind, but yeah, we'll make something nice. Alright, I got the main bulk of the building in. We surrounded it entirely. And whenever they spawned, because like on this corner over here, I had to put in some panels because they kept spawning on the outside. But that's now fixed. And so the farm is working at its full potential. While we were building, we got like a decent amount of... Come on, baby. We got like a decent amount of shulker shells. And I do want to kind of process these before we go. We have also decided to make a shop not just for shulker shells, but just anything that's like storage related. So yeah, we've got shulker shells, chests, barrels, vaults, and stuff like that. So we will need a little wood farm to go along with it. And I've got some areas mapped out for adjacent buildings and stuff like that. So for the wood farm, I want to make kind of like not a land mower, but like a position mower. So I've got a bit of a track laid out. We'll dig this down 1 into the ground, of course. But yeah, gonna have a little fill, and I'm gonna use Beardy's technique for his robots to make this move. I feel like that it's gonna be too big, isn't it? Let's put them next to the track. So we'll do Where's those things? We'll do this. And then this. That feels like more of a correct size. It's not great, but it's also not bad. Right, we've got barrels, we've got all of that. I don't know if it'll pass. Well, we can glue it together and see how it does. Okay. Now this is the tricky part because you don't want to have any blocks that are air blocks to be glued. Otherwise they'll just pick up like logs and stuff, which we don't want. Okay, now on, I mean, I think this is the way to go. We do, boom. What we're thinking. Oh, it's not, okay, so we want it to turn, we want the center to be the block. Okay. Turn it on, and then go in F4. I missed half of it. Okay. I mean, the turning is just really weird. Or we have him come backwards. That's also a possibility. Maybe he's just really good at driving backwards. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna ask you guys if you have any designs on how we can make this work and how it could look nice. That'd be great. For now, I'm just gonna do a straight line of deployers and stuff. That's a solid thing. Then we'll do 3, 3, 3, 3. We'll just mark the ends with saplings, because I only want saplings to be planted on these little strips, and all the rest is gonna go. Everything else that's plantable has to go. Why? Because I said so. I'll probably put down some gravel and some other stuff for now. So let me get that in, and then I'll get back and we'll get started on the rest of the building. Okay, so we have a little functioning wood farm that now kind of looks like an alien. If you guys have an idea on what we can design this as or how we can make it look nice, let me know. I might actually change out the path that it's taking. Maybe we just do straight line. Maybe that works. But now I need to spruce this up a little bit. I've got these, as I said before, I've got these little platforms mapped out. And I think I'm just going to get started on those first. So I'll do that and I'll bring you back in once I'm happy with it. But yeah, a lot of building has to be done. And with these windows, I think most of the detailing is done. I don't want to go overboard with it, but we've got some rust in place, which I might add some dirt to in the future. But for now, I'm happy with it. And then we've got a lot of these side buildings, some tanks on top. I need some chimneys, but I don't know what design. I might actually just look at my neighbor's design and add some copies from it. But we have a good building, a solid building, and the farm is still working. It's, again, working really well. We're at 30k, so I want to start automating some of the process of making actual shulker boxes. That's one, but also chests and barrels and stuff like that. First things first, we need to turn the logs into planks, which I've seen Chosen do, and he does it using a mechanical craft, no, not a mechanical crafter, but a normal crafter, which seems like a good idea in my opinion. I'll send the wood over here somehow, and we'll have our crafter set up here. I'll grab some more blocks so we can get working. So what we have here is a depot ladder from Chosen, and it's basically a system that allows you to move items upwards without having to have any rotational power. If we were to use chutes, we would have to use a fan, a mechanical fan to power, or if you're using belts, it one would take up way too much space. Two, we would have to power the belt, which we still have to do over here, but that should be easy because I think we can go down here and get power from there. Now we need to check if anything enters the crafter, and then we need to power the crafter. So we're doing that. We are gonna do this. This way we can only craft planks, and then we need a piece of redstone on top of the crafter. So technically, this should work, and we should be able to get wood out of this. Let's test this out. I think that's the only way to do it. Make this a big vault because we're starting a lot of planks, and we'll need a lot of planks as well. We'll replace the torch over here. And for the slabs, we're using a mechanical saw, so that's nice and easy. We're getting quite a bit of planks and stuff, which is good. I also put in our switch, which looks at this fault and make sure if it's full, we turn everything off. But now we need to make sure that we can either make these things very easily, or we can, you know what, for now I'll do things manually. Eventually I want to set up some automation for it, but I'm running out of time and I do need to make a shop for all of this, so I'll just put in some depots for now, which is gonna give us everything we need for either chests or barrels. And then we need a crafting table. And we'll put that up in here. So we have some space to put some shulker boxes if we want, and then we can make things quite quickly, I would say. But yeah, no, this is gonna be good. Since I'm running out of time, I'm gonna go and build a shop now, and I'll do some of the decorating and more of the automation on stream. So if you want to see all of that, feel free to follow me on Twitch, or, you know, ring that bell notification, because that's how you get notifications when I go live on YouTube as well. Now, onto the shopping district. So I have a little spot picked out. It's right in front of the station, so I think we've got a good, like, I don't know. I think it'll be a good spot for a shop, but I'm not gonna make it too big, since I wanna stay within like the style and the size of the other buildings. Then for the bottom floors, I was thinking we're doing tough. I'm gonna do mostly the cut tough, and then we'll put some detail in once we can. I do want to add some more detail, so I'm probably going to push this wall back a bit. So that I can get some more depth in the building. Yeah, that'll look better. And then we can have our door in here. We can set it back a bit. And we can have a window set back over here. That looks better. I do want to do something with the bottom though, because that's not great, but it does look better, like from this side. Definitely an upgrade. Yeah, that's kind of it, really. That's good. I like it. Now, for the top floor, we are gonna either we come out one, which we can do. We could actually push this one out. As well. Yeah, I like that it adds a lot more depth that way. So we'll get rid of most of this, and then we'll take some of this and go to the top floor. How are we thinking? I like it. And then if we add a little bit of a overhang, like a little transition almost from the back wall to the front wall, that's gonna look pretty good, I would say. So let's complete the wall. and then we'll see what we can do for like windows and decoration and stuff. It's a bit too much if you say so. It's a bit too much. I like the top floor, but not so much the bottom floor. What can we do? I don't mind having a different window on the bottom floor though. Yeah, that looks slightly better. Let's get some details on this. On the front mostly, I want to do some plan boxes like they've done. But I want to see if I can use a different trapdoor. We could also use grates, but I don't think that'll fit too much. I think we're at a point where the shape of the building is pretty much done, and we just need some texture in the build. So I'm gonna go and grab some clay, because I think that will mix well with the light blue terracotta, and we're gonna grab some cut tough bricks to blend into the wall here. Right, it's not a lot, but it does help break up that wall a little bit, which I like. And the same with the bottom one. I kind of feel like we need a little more. Maybe we can do like a rain gutter that comes down, like here maybe. But we have to be careful because we do need a truck to fit in here so we can resupply our store. But now I want to get started on the interior. I'm gonna grab something that I can take down fairly easily to plan it out. But we're gonna have a false wall right here. So this is gonna be the shop. Everything behind here is gonna be either storage or just like a bit of a workshop for us to receive and do stuff. So that's gonna be our shop front. I kind of want to do something with lighting, but I don't know, we could do... Let's see what they've done. We'll add some more stuff around, some more barrels and stuff like that, because we are selling barrels as well in chests. But most of all, we have to get ourselves a shopkeeper. I think I've got the inside pretty good. We've got some new light sources in there. We have some decoration in here, but we mostly want to keep this clean because we are going to transfer items over here. And then over here, I am going to store everything. I want to use the same system that I did in the farm because it's compact and I don't need power for it. So let's get ourselves some depots. The first depot is going to go here. And then the second one's gonna go there. And then we can have our vault set over here. Which actually lines up perfectly. I'll make it bigger once I get more vaults, but then we can just do that. Just insert it immediately. And then we need a stockkeeper, which... I don't know. What kind of mob do we want? Is there anyone in here that we like as a friend? Okay, any goats maybe? Goat. Goat, 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 goat. Bum bum ba da bum. Goat. Okay, let's do this. Instead of me naming them, if you guys have an idea on what we can name our goat, let me know. We are going to need a sign that says that they have to pick it up over there. We also need a sign that says staff only. And yeah, then we need to do, well, we need to stock up. That's the important part. Okay, let's go and make some shulker boxes. So I set up a little, I don't know, I would say you call it a storage unit, I guess. And this is what we'll be using to transport a lot of our items with us, I guess. I'm loading it up automatically straight from the farm. And hopefully this will make us some diamonds. Put it down here, power it, and it'll unload automatically into the vault. I'll do for chests and barrels, I'll do 32 for a diamond. Since there's a lot of wood that goes in here. 32 for a diamond. And then shulker shells, I'll probably do 16 for a diamond. If those prices are too high, let me know. Or too low, let me know. And we can always change them out. But like that. We need to get our diamond. We also, and this is something that I haven't seen other people do, I'm gonna put a ender chest in here. And then I'm probably just gonna grab some stuff. Bolts, tanks, ender chests, stuff like that. So that I can display what's gonna come in soon. There is one more thing that we need to do, and that's our logo. I need to make a camera, which is pretty simple. So now if I take a picture, no. If I, oh, right, upload. Now we have our logo. Now my question is, can I just put this on the wall or do I need a picture frame? No, okay. How does one make a picture? There we go. Yeah, I like it. I like it. We might actually hang one from here as well. Question is, how are we gonna do that? I like it though. But I want to make some, you know, just basically advertise my shop a little bit. And I've made some posters basically. So I'm gonna dot some around. And the question is, where should I put some? What are some spaces that people go a lot? I mean, I could just do their storages. If I come in here, I could put like one over there. There you go. I know Stam is not here a lot anymore, but I assume he's gonna come back here one day. So okay, well, we can put it right here. And we can go to Jojo's place as well. There you go. One for him. Let's go to Legion's base next, because that's the closest one. You know what? Let's put it on his to-do list. There we go. Now, Chosen is one of those weird ones, because I genuinely don't have an idea for Chosen stuff. So I'll put it at his iron farm. Yeah, put it right here. Right there. And then I think I've got everyone. I have done that. Chosen is good. Stam's good. Me, not really necessary. Trollash good. Legion good. Foxy good. I think that's everyone. If I missed one, let me know in the comments below. But I think I've got everyone. That concludes our shopping endeavor, or at least our shop endeavor. And I am gonna keep this stocked as much as I can. I'm gonna keep making chests and barrels. I'll set up some automation on stream, so if you would like to see that, follow me on Twitch or join us on a YouTube stream as well. And I'm gonna go back to our hole, get some work done on the dungeon. I'll probably do the bulk and the more repetitive stuff in the form of a time-lapse or a montage. But I will see you all for the interesting stuff in, well, for you guys, a second. I have most of the rooms in place. This is going to be a little parkour section. I'm going to have to do something about, well, being able to see through that, but we'll fix that later. For now, I need to figure out how to get those platforms, those andesite casing platforms, rotating. And I also need to figure out a cool mechanic to open and close the door over there. We have a key in that room above there, which is going to open the door on the left, but I want to do something different for the door on the right. Maybe we set up a system first over here that, you know, does the thing that I wanted to do, and then we route power to it, because I feel like that might be the best way to tackle this. So I have figured out a way to patch up this little hole over here, and it's got to do with liquid dye, which I set up a little system for here. We've got a lot of light gray dye, probably too much, but I want to test something out. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, it's subtle enough. I like it. I like it. I'm gonna grab some more buckets. Some more buckets and get this patched up. Right, that looks... It's a bit glitchy. I think it's because of the low light. But I think it's better than having it just sit there. And now we need to get some stuff in here. And we need to set up a little system over there. Maybe we did that first. My idea was to have a combination lock set up over here. So using these Nixie tubes and these analog levers, we can make a little code or a digit lock, combination lock, which is pretty nifty. Now, the thing is, we don't want this code to be the same each time. So I'll set these filters and then we'll start working on some randomizers. Okay, so for the randomizers, I'm using this design that I found online somewhere. I'll put the original video that I found in the description below, and you'll see the name of the designer on the screen. But I've adapted it a little bit to, well, one, do what I wanted to do, and two, I can use a lot of stuff that vanilla doesn't have, like timers and stuff. So that's what we're doing. We are, yeah, we've just adapted the vanilla design to have some create modifications. And then we go that right there, and then we grab some glass and surround this thing. Nope. Like that. So basically what we're doing, maybe this is a good time to kind of explain what this is. Whenever this is activated, and we'll probably activate this once per run, so every player will have a different code. Every time we activate this, we'll get a pulse, and that's going to dispense a shulker box. We'll have 14 shulker boxes, so that gives us 14 different digits that we can do. And then we need to grab an output from here and compare this output, so this value, with the value that the players are inputting right there. If it's correct, it'll open, or at least if all the four numbers are correct, it'll open the gate, otherwise it will not. Now let me get the rest of this in. It's gonna do some logic stuff, and then we'll go and grab some shulker boxes so we can fill this up and test it out. So I think we're ready to press the first, or to test it for the first time. The digit, I've got two shulker boxes in here to test it out. We've got two different digits, and that should be read out to this Nixie tube. And then this Nixie tube up there should read out the same value as we set over there. So we're gonna press this button once, see if this works. It doesn't. Of course, those are droppers, not dispensers. So let's fix that and test again. There we go. So we have a digit of 2. That means we need to put in, I think it's one digit higher. I think it's one digit higher. So if we do that, do we get an output? Are getting power, but it's not going through. Did I do something wrong? I did some testing and I was correct. It's just that I somehow put in a failsafe that I didn't remember. So it has to be, let me go into FreeCam. It has to be this number plus 1, which means that we get an output right here. If I go 1 higher, that output turns off, which is good. And then if I go 1 lower, that output is also off. So it only can be 3 in this case. Now, if I have a different number over here, I also need a different number over there, which is logical. But yeah, I need 3 more of these, and then I need a whole bunch of shulker boxes. All right, I have everything in place, right? We've got all the randomizers up here. They're ready to go, and you only need to fill them up, which is why I got all the shulker boxes. And that's 14. So now I have to do this, well, 3 more times, and then we'll put them in their systems. So now, if I press all these buttons, so we should see this randomize. So 12, 10, 6, 1, 7, 5. That's good, actually. I like it. I'm gonna guess all of these will work. I'll just try. It's 9. That's good. 14. And 2. Okay, that's it. Now we just have to connect it up to a gate over here. And then we're done. And I also need to install a locked door over there with a key lock. But I'll do that off camera since we've already done that like once or twice. But I'm happy with this. I'm going to take this down. I also want to put down some water or something so that people are going to struggle going up. It's just going to slow them down a bit, really. And then we'll have some ladders over here as well. I spent way too much time underground, so I decided to make another mini game, this time at spawn, and I set up a chessboard. All of the chess pieces are contraptions, and they're easily movable, but we'll see how that plays out in the future, because now I have some shenanigans going on, and I need to meet up with Chosen.
I heard you had something for me.
I've got...
Oh, goodness.
I've got our court cases. Or court case,
Ooh.
to be honest.
Oh?
Basically,
Okay.
it says... I'll run over it for you. It basically says that we are... so me and you are plaintiffs, and Mr. Beerstone, we're suing Mr. Beerstone and the power company because they've caused us a lot of confusion, a little bit of mild humiliation because they changed the power tokens. Right.
Yes.
Yeah, so without notice, they didn't tell us, and it just kind of messed up our systems, messed up our stuff, you know?
Oh, yeah.
We are demanding, first of all, we're demanding that they well, kind of just give us the new tokens in change for our old ones. So whatever old ones we have, we get a 1-to-1 for the new tokens. I think that's nice. a thing. We also like to demand that if they ever change something else, they have to like kind of tell us prior to changing it. And then some other stuff, you know, giving us an apology and a chicken costume with a kazoo band, for instance.
But I mean, yeah,
that's definitely
work.
Definitely not something I added. Definitely a legal thing.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, I think you have a train. He's pretty far off. I don't have a train.
Mm-hmm.
I live underground most of the days, if you believe it.
Okay.
So I was thinking we take your train over to his factory and we hand him, we serve him his documents.
Okay, yeah, we could do that. Yeah, we have to serve it to them. Makes sense.
Mr. Beatstone. Oh, there he is.
Oh.
Hello.
Hey, old bloke.
Hello.
Here we go.
Well, this doesn't bode well.
Oh, it can't
Got
be.
some words.
Yeah, we have some words. You see these.
See what? Oh,
these.
paper. Yeah. You use them for making fireworks and stuff. Yeah.
Yes. So I bought a lot of these. Chosen bought even more, and the day after that, you changed them without giving us a notice. So I contacted my legal team.
Whoa. I did give notice. I put a little notice on the thing saying that I changed the tokens.
Not prior notice.
You didn't specify that. Carry on.
My document specifies it pretty
Your
well.
document?
You have a wall somewhere where I can put this A3 paper on.
A3 paper?
Yeah, the new assistant at the legal team is not hasn't figured out the hasn't figured out the printer.
This looks very official.
Oh, it is.
CEO of Beardy Power Co. Well, I mean,
yes, that's you.
Yeah, we'll stick with that for now. Yeah, okay. We'll see if I need to back out of that. Right, plaintiff's tokens issued by Beardy Power Co. Yeah. I also did say not to bulk buy them. Just saying. Yeah. Carry on reading. Plaintiffs notified. Grace period. Blah 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 blah. Boring court stuff. So why are you taking me to court? I'm not reading that.
Well, first of all, this is 5 stacks of diamonds that we just. I mean, he has more, but for me, it's 5 stacks of diamond that I just.
5 stacks of diamonds.
5 diamonds.
Sounds
my
like,
bad. My bad.
sounds like you overpaid. Are you telling me that you're taking me to court over 5 diamonds?
I mean, it's more so that you changed without giving prior notice. So if you look at this, mandate the exchange is just giving us a 1-to-1 rate on the new ones. So if you just exchange me all these tokens for new ones, I'll be fine with that. But also,
so I don't have to go to court if I just exchange the tokens.
That's fine. But then you also have to do the rest.
What's the rest? A public apology ceremony conducted at spawn in a full chicken costume with accompanying kazoo band. Where am I going to get a kazoo band?
I don't know.
I know, guys.
1 lifetime coupon granting I told you so privileges, redeemable any time Beardy changes server mechanics again. I mean, that seems fair. 1 day trip to theme park of choice. All expenses paid, including 1 meal and unlimited churros.
Yes.
I mean, well, I hope you pick a theme park with churros then, because I don't know of any. But, right, okay. Any further relief the court deems just and proper? Well, I mean, that bottom bit, we can ignore that, because as far as I'm concerned, this is not going to court. I feel like you could have just come and asked me at any point to trade the tokens. I would have just given you the.
I tried
trade.
though. I tried to
think about that.
I did. I tried to contact your support line, and I got a hold of Jimmy or Timmy or something.
Yeah, they're mute.
Oh,
wait.
That's why.
That's probably why you didn't get very far. It was probably a mistake to put them on the helpline. To be fair.
Well, I mean, you can't discriminate or anything.
True.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Yep. But yeah, no, I'm happy to exchange your tokens. That's fine. Obviously, it'll be 4 diamonds because I already gave you a stack of the new tokens.
Sure, that's fine. I can live with that.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm surprised that worked.
Wait. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
What?
32.
What? That does not equal 32.
Chosen. Oh my god. You said I have a few.
You have 16 stacks chosen. 16 stacks. Unbelievable. Okay, right. I'll tell you what. I will get these exchanged for you.
Okay.
I will set up a little exchange platform at the Power Co shop.
Okay.
It will be there later today because the Power shop is actually about to get stocked as well. Look, have you seen this?
Ooh, nice.
Have you seen look at all this.
Ooh, fancy.
That's organized.
Well, kind of. It's automating all the things. All of this just to stock my Power shop. But there is one other thing that I need to talk to you about, Chosen.
Uh-oh.
Can we go back to spawn?
Hey, you want to play chess?
You want to play chess? You want to play chess now?
I've got chess, yeah.
Okay. Show me to chess. I'm intrigued.
that's gonna be it for this week. We have an actual game on the server now, so we'll be playing a lot more. Maybe not always on video or on stream. I do enjoy playing chess, so might have some more games of that. We've got a shop in, which is great. I'm already planning the next one, which is also going to be rather interesting. But that's going to be for next video. That being said, if you like this one, and if you like the progress that we did on the dungeon and on the shulker farm, I hope you, well, enjoy it enough to subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!